So good afternoon, and thank you for having me as a part of this Black History Month celebration. My name is Shannetta Griffin. I'm the President and CEO of Griffin Engineering Design. So during this month of February, the country has an opportunity to have a focused look and understand and celebrate the heritage and resilience of the African American community and culture. It provides me a sense of pride around all of the accomplishments of the past, but really allows me to reflect on what I want to do to help to improve the future. But one thing about the fact that we have this History Month, but really we celebrate the rich history and culture of the African American community all year long. And that can be visualized through our businesses, through our arts, through the music, through sports, and everything that really entwines us as a real impact on the fabric of this society. So I got started in aviation after I graduated from college. I worked for a small engineering company out of Bowling Green, Ohio. I went to University of Toledo, and this was very close to Toledo. So in that company, I started as a structural engineer, actually coming out of college, but they did a lot of site development work and other types of work for airports, small regional airports. And that became fascinating to me. So even though I started off wanting to be able to design roads and bridges and other transportation infrastructure, I ended up really enjoying the work that they did for the airports. I left that job and went to Atlanta and started working at Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport with a minority firm out of Atlanta, Georgia. And that really gave me my stride and entree into aviation. We were the program management team for the airport, so we did all of the work from soup to nuts in regards to the development of what you see currently for Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. I then went on to work at an airport. That was my desire, to be able to take what I had done in the consulting industry and to use that in the airport environment. And so that has given me a look at both sides of working for and with an airport. So to be a little selfish in that question, I'm going to start with myself because I was the first African-American female to graduate from the College of Civil Engineering from the University of Toledo. So with that, I've always been kind of really looking at opportunities and looking at things that other women have done, of which I stand on the shoulders of. So just to name a few of those, and then I'll talk again about myself personally, but Bessie Coleman, as the first African-American woman to get a pilot's license. And she didn't do that here in the US because the US did not allow the training of minorities, women or men. And so she got that from France. But then Willa Brown, who became the first African-American female to actually get a pilot's and a mechanic's license in the US. And then she also was the first woman to run for Senate and the first woman to be an officer in the Civil Air Patrol. Mae Jemison, who also was the first African-American astronaut as an engineer and a physician to go to travel into space. And then the three women, strong women who were highlighted in the movie Hidden Figures, Katherine Johnson, Dorothy Vaughan, and Mary Jackson, and how they were pioneers in the aerospace part of our aviation industry. So again, looking at all those women and the accomplishments that I've tried to obtain in regards to just being a person who helps others as they're trying to advance in the aviation industry. And it's not just always African Americans, but minorities and non-minorities who want to excel in the aviation industry. So I'm going to talk about that in three folds because I'm going to start with students in grade school and middle school. And really, we need to start greater educating. This has been a big push currently of educating them on the STEM professions that are available to them. The science, technology, engineering, and math, that's our future. That's where we're headed as a country in regards to the advancements in not only just aviation, but other industries as well. But teaching them also about those common professions that they learn about and that they plan to go to school for. So the technology, the HR, the finance, legal, engineering, business management, all of those same professions are available to them in the aviation industry. Secondly, with those high school students, really reiterating the things that we've talked to them about in the middle school and grade school about these STEM opportunities. But more importantly, educating the counselors to make sure that they're given the right guidance in regards to the curriculum that they take in high school and the curriculum that they'll need in college to be successful in the industry. And lastly, when these students come into the industry, we need to make sure that we have developed strong mentoring and sponsorship opportunities. And I say sponsorship in the sense of it's different from mentoring, because sponsorship is where you really take someone and you provide them opportunity and you train them and guide them on how to be successful. We need allyship. That's a strong word right now in our society around allyship and making sure that others that don't necessarily look like you are providing those opportunities. And succession planning has to be important to give African Americans the opportunity to succeed in the aviation industry. One of the things that I always talk about is my purpose. What I truly believe that I'm here for is to provide that opportunity. And I've been able to do that both at the consulting and in the airport environment to give growth to minority firms, to minority individuals, so that they have that same opportunity, because that's the only way that this happens. What I always say though, it's not about the numbers, it's about the lives that you can change. But I do want to share one statistic in regards to this. Out of the current 5,000 or approximately 5,000 airports, public airports, there's less than 1% of African Americans who are in leadership positions. So that's where it becomes even more important to build the bench, build that succession plan, and build that allyship and support that's needed for African Americans to be successful in the aviation industry. So I would say that the aviation industry has a lot of opportunity. There is, again, as I mentioned, all of those professions that exist in the aviation industry. But learn about it, learn about those different things that you can do. And it's not always just working at an airport. Several consulting firms are providing opportunities. There's other agencies, the federal government, NASA. There's plenty of ways that you can be involved. And this is the evolution of where we're going. If you see space travel is changing with this pandemic, the whole world of aviation has changed. The way that we operate, the way that we finance our airports, all of that has to be considered, but that provides opportunity, that provides new ways for the younger generation that's coming out and coming in out of college with these fabulous degrees and learning things differently. That provides opportunity. So stay strong and find ways in which to be involved, and find mentors, find sponsors like myself and others who have been in this industry to help guide you on your path.